Welcome back to Sakura Angels. Well, where we last left off, those the two fine guardian angels borrowed my house. So, with that said, let's continue. Breakfast soon comes to a close, with perhaps a more lively start to the morning than I'm generally used to. As much of a headache as they can be, it was actually sort of nice to not be completely alone, to be completely alone in the morning. I wasn't about to tell them that though, or I'd only encourage their almost criminal behavior in just waltzing into my house like that. I head out for school, my two bodyguards naturally at my side. I'm almost sort of getting used to this. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The journey to school goes by peacefully, not a monster in sight. Though I can't help but shake the feeling that something is watching me. Maybe I'm just getting a little paranoid after, 2 attempts on my life have been made already. I'm sure it's all in my head. I arrive at school with time to spare. Huh. That's a first. Sayaka and Hikari keep close to my side. So very close. I practically feel the stares of my classmates, their looks ranging from resentful to jealous. I can't imagine what they must think of this whole situation. Hey, look, guys. Do you really have to stay so close to me? I appreciate what you're doing and all, but I think I'll be fine in school. We'll see about that. I'll be fine in school. What if... As long as you're least close by, I should be fine, right? And I think it'd be hard for a monster to get this close to me in class without at least having caused some sort of commotion beforehand. Hikari falls silent. She narrows her eyes into a glare and folds her arms together, tossing her head to the side. She storms over to her desk and drops into a chair, her eyes straight forward, leaving me and Sayaka together. Did I upset her? Are you sure? Wait, what? Wait, why is that? It'll lock me up in a nice room? I don't think she realizes how scary that sounded, coupled with her usual grin. Makes sense. Thank you. I let out a sigh. They're finally starting to listen to reason, if only a little. The bell sounds, signifying the start of class. I pass by a disgruntled Hikari on the way to my own desk. She doesn't even look my way. Harsh. The morning classes pass by in the blink of an eye, the lunch break soon arriving. I stand up and let out a yawn, only to find I'm not alone. Come on, guys. We talked about this. As if the conversation this morning had never happened, I find both my guardians standing around me, oblivious to my irritation.
どうしたのケンタ？ランチでしょ？
I'm going to go get my own lunch. You guys don't need to be glued to my side. Go do your own things or whatever.
だって何したらいいのか。
But what are we supposed to... I don't know. Something. Anything. I feel like you two have been pretty much attached to me since I first met you yesterday. Some breathing room would be nice. I really am grateful that they're here. Otherwise, I might have met a grisly end yesterday. But this is borderline stalking. I'm not even going to bring up how they camped outside and then proceeded to break into my house.
わかった。了解。光もだよ。多分。
I don't know about this. That's it?
ねえ光、学校をちょっと探索してこよう。こんな経験できないしさ。
Yeah, let's see what school has to offer for the good old Hikari. She's never been to school? Just where do these two come from? The more I talk to her, the more she makes herself sound like an alien.
じゃあねケンタ、ちょっと行ってくるね。ピンチになったら死なないうちに叫んでね。
Okay, if you say so. And like that, she marches off, humming a happy tune. Hikari follows in her wake, but not before giving me one last icy look. I can almost feel my shoulders begin to frost. Brrr. Well, I did it. I somehow convinced him to give me some peace. For the time being, anyway. But now what? First and foremost, I should probably try not to forget about lunch again. Otherwise, I might just kneel over and half finish the job for whatever dark forces that are lurking out there. I head to the cafeteria. What the hell? That's a nice-ass cafeteria. What? Well, I mean, for high school, that is. The cafeteria is, as you would expect during lunchtime, completely packed. I don't see any dudes. It's an empty-ass it's an empty-ass cafeteria. Throngs of students take up what little walking space might have existed between the tables, equally as populated. I stand my ground and gradually work my way past the crashing waves of students that impede my path. Of course, getting food would never be so simple. Eventually, I work my way to the front of the line and approach the counter. Naturally, after all the students before me, there was very little in the way of choice. I guess it's either this sandwich or this other sandwich, neither of which seem amazingly appetizing. Whatever. Anything will do after how much food I've missed out on. Cheap, bland-ass sandwich in hand, I give a look over the tables. Like before, they're all pretty packed, though I do see one fairly empty table at the far end with a familiar someone happily digging away at their lunch. Even from this distance, I can tell it's Sakura, her vibrant brown hair instantly distinguishable from everyone else's. I don't see Hikari anywhere in sight. They must have decided to do their own things for the break. I guess if I want to sit down here to eat, Sakura's table is the only choice, but do I really want to eat here? It's so noisy I can hardly even think. She hasn't noticed me either, completely absorbed in the demolition of her food. Maybe I can slip away to the roof where no doubt it will be more peaceful. Wow, really? That's a lot of choices. Oh, man. Let's head to the roof. Maybe Hikari will be there. The roof it is. It's just too noisy here, and I get the feeling sitting with Sayaka will only make things worse. I sneak past her and head for the stairwell, though it wasn't exactly difficult with how into her food she was. The higher I scale the stairs, the more quiet my surroundings become, until eventually the bustling racket of the students softens to a dull mumble below. Ah, peace at last. Oh great, what is next? I emerge out onto the rooftop. A gentle breeze graces my face as the sun shines high in a near cloudless sky. It's perfect out here. Only, it seems I wasn't the only one that had decided to come up here. Hikari wow, I knew it! But where's her food? Why isn't she eating, though? Hikari stands at the edge of the rooftop, facing outwards as she peers down at the countless people. Given how intently she seems to be analyzing them, I can only guess that she's keeping guard. I have to admire her dedication towards this whole thing. I actually do feel pretty safe knowing she's this serious about it all. She's so absorbed in what she's doing, I don't think she's even noticed me yet. Making no real effort to conceal myself, I close up right behind her. Still nothing. She's miles away. I reach out and give a gentle tap to her shoulder. Yo! She jumps a good several feet into the air at my touch and lets out an ear-piercing scream. Bit of an overreaction maybe? Or am I just that scary? I hand her a chest. As if to keep her heart from breaking free, she spins around to face me. Her stern expression softens a little as she realizes it's me, but only a little. She still seems pretty mad.
Kenta, 驚かさないで。あなたを切り刻むところだったわ。
I'm just very curious, that's all. Come on. You're lucky I didn't She would kick my ass if that actually happens. She will kill me if I wasn't Kenta. I scrub at the back of my head with a grin. I really did spook her. My bad. But you seemed miles away. Keeping guard?
Huh?
Her eyes flicker back to where she was watching for a moment.
そうね。学校は安全だと思っていても、いつ敵が襲ってくるかわからないわ。
I see. Thanks. I appreciate it.
問題ないわ。学校の安全のためにしてることよ。あなたのためじゃないんだから。
Entire school? And not me? Okay, Oh, come on there. You know... I know you got that tsundere look on your face. Zoom in on that one. Yeah, just take one zoom in on her face on that one. You know you want it. Her face goes an interesting shade of pink. It doesn't take much to fluster her, huh? Right. I get it.
さやかや私は人前で魔法を使うことはないけれど、シャドウたちはそうじゃない。すでに一度昼間にあなたを襲ったわ。
Interesting, yes. It's already bad enough they try daylight. Yes, it's that big ass shadow monster.
すべてを知っているわけではないけれど、すでに私たちの知識や経験に反したことが起きている。
She sighs dramatically and turns to resume watch over the school. I open my mouth to maybe say something to her, but a low rumbling sound cuts me short. Hikari?
何よ。
She answers without turning around, her ears clearly burning. It wasn't difficult to discern what the sound was, given that I saw no sign of any lunch out here at all. Have you, not had lunch yet? Silence. I think I hit the nail on the head.
だってカフェテリアはうるさいし汚いし、さやかはよくあんなところで食事ができるわ。
Wait, you're gonna tell me that Hikari's more of a quiet... She prefers peace and quiet, while Sayaka prefers lively things. I guess.
それに他にすべき重要なことだってある。
Okay. Are you really going to be able to fight on an empty stomach?
もちろんよ。私を誰だと思って。
Who do you think? Her stomach growls again, arguing against her words. Uh...
そうね。ちょっとお腹が空いてるかもしれない。でもあんな汚いところに行く気はないわ。
I can't blame you though. Yeesh. I know that place can get pretty packed sometimes, but she's making it out to be something far worse. She really can't deal with crowds, I guess. I unwrap the sandwich I had almost forgotten about and take a bite out of it, not wanting to forget about lunch completely myself. Hikari watches me intently as I take several more bites, her eyes flickering to the sandwich every now and then. And again. Every now and again, I can practically see the hunger in her eyes. I stop mid-bite and offer the sandwich her way, since I'm beginning to feel terrible for eating in front of her. And I think if I don't, she might just snatch it out of my hands at any moment anyway. Do you, want some? I can split it if you want. Her mouth hangs open and her brow furrows in concentration, as if to seriously consider it. I swear she's almost drooling at this point. She comes to her decision with an abrupt humph, and turns her head to the side, her hair whipping along with it. I should have expected that.
バカみたい。なんで私があなたの食べかけを食べなきゃならないのよ。
Okay then.
そんなことするくらいなら餓死した方が。
I'd rather starve than... Her stomach beckons for the food.
いいわ。じゃあちょっとだけ。
Really though?
いいわ。じゃあちょっとだけ。
Little bit? You might as well have the whole thing. I break off half before she snatches it away with reluctance.
ありがとうって言っとくわ。ありがとうって言っとくわ。
Thank you, I suppose. Okay then. I don't think she's used to saying something like that. We're finally making progress. I can't help but smile.
ニヤニヤしないでよ。何考えてるか知らないけど、どうせエッチのことでも考えてるんでしょ。
It's okay then. I know you like it. Do you like it? She stays with a snarl before she violently rips a chunk of the sandwich away with her teeth. Good?
まあね、悪くはないわ。はあ、どうして私が学園に戻らなくちゃ。
Back at the academy, She stops herself, her eyes widening some. I think she almost let slip something there. I really wish they weren't so secretive about all this stuff. The academy, huh?
なんでもない。
Nothing. But I'm pretty sure I heard...
何も言ってない。
I heard nothing. Can't tell me at least just a little bit? Actually, nah. I'm not gonna butt in. Yikes. Despite her small frame, whenever she uses that commanding voice of hers, I feel about the size of a mouse before her. I guess it's no use in pushing her for more information, unless I want to end up like that monster from before. Okay. I didn't hear shit. It must have been the wind or something, you know. She sighs as she gives her hair a toss, the anger leaving her as suddenly as it had bolt.
別に秘密にしたくて黙ってるわけじゃないのよ。
I know. Could have fooled me.
難しい話じゃなくてね。私たちが守っている限り、あなたをこっちに引きずり込むことはないわ。こんな人生誰にも送らせたくない。
Her expression darkens, yet her mouth still works, the majority of her half of the sandwich already gone. I'm not even sure if she realizes she's eating it at the moment. She spends a good moment or two debating something in her head before she finally looks up at me with serious eyes.
ケンタ、どうする？もしもあなたが。
What would I do if I am... A group of chatty students emerge out onto the roof from the stairs, lunches in hand. Hikari clamps up at the sight of them and turns back to her guard post.
なんでもない。大したことじゃないわ。
Okay then. If you, say so. It sure looked important, since I don't think I've ever seen her give me that serious a look before. Just my luck that of all the times people would choose to eat here, it would have to be now. Any semblance of a conversation we may have had before is well and truly dashed now. She seems a lot more reserved in the presence of her other people. Plus, I guess what we were discussing wasn't exactly appropriate for their ears.
サンドイッチ、とても美味しかったわ。
I could tell. Huh? I didn't catch that.
なんでもない。
Okay then. Well, that was pretty sudden. Oh, man. Well, I'm gonna end it here for now, so... Next part, let's see what's more coming up right there. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye-bye.